we've all done great projects which haven't gone anywhere, and there are people thinking about these issues in Barclays, and I'm sure all the other banks. The problem is implementing them and actually making them real. And when I first joined Barclays, I'd never worked in a bank before, never thought I would work in a bank. And so you look at business banking.
Would you work in one again?
Maybe. Would have to be, extraordinary, the right circumstances. But you go in with, a beginner's mind, I suppose, and you look at something like business banking, look at the opportunities there, and you go to the group MD and you say, we can do this, we can do that. I was so naive. And they're like, you don't know, how does any of this help me with the problems that I have today, right now? And your team can turn into a distraction and a nuisance. So it can be things like, are you aligned with their priorities? And people are incentivized in the wrong way. Corporations, not just banks, are not used to working with ambiguity, right? They want to know everything. And they're not used to working in agile, and they're trying to, but they can't do true agile because of its very nature. It's very hard, and successive CTOs, CIOs have deferred infrastructure decisions, and now making those changes is really, really hard. So, as you said, it's to do with people and culture and technology, and it is really, really difficult. But if you look at the top brass at Barclays, for example, Michael Hart, the COO, he totally gets it. Derek White, Chief Design Officer, totally gets it. But there are tens of thousands of people in those companies who either are very comfortable with the status quo or don't quite see it. And it's that, what do I have to achieve in the next few months? And making those long-term changes is really difficult.
I want to make one little point, because you're right about that incentives thing, and I'm not. I mean, I understand people operate and they respond to the incentives that they're. So I'm not criticising, but I think that's quite a strong point, because
it's not the only force.
No, but it's a very human force. It's like, yes, my Christmas bonus comes from, like, I'm the ATM guy. My Christmas bonus comes from the ATM network staying up, right? I couldn't give a monkeys about if I'm going to save you money on some internet banking proposition, right, or if you're going to improve the uptake of I don't care, because if the ATM net goes down, I get bollocked, I don't get my Christmas bonus. I don't care about the rest of the thing. And you can't criticise people for that, because that's a really human thing. It's just the way it's structured. Yeah. And so I agree with you, it's a real problem, but I can't see any obvious way out of it.
Because you've got an organisation which is 180,000 people, and this is not, this is everyday life. We all experience it. Everything from ego, not made here, what are my incentives, combined with technology restrictions, make it really hard. But it's not they don't have the ideas. There are fantastic ideas and solutions sitting in Barclays, in Lloyds, in HSBC right now, but they're sitting in a hard drive somewhere, undiscovered, or they've been presented and the group MD says, well, that doesn't help me shift current accounts today, when your idea is you don't need a current account anymore because you should have no dead money and your money should be moved actively fluid.